Happy Cinco de Mayo. It is the 5th day of the month, the 5th day of May. And the 5th day means we will be reading from chapter 5 of Proverbs, because there's one chapter for each day in the book of Proverbs. There's 31 chapters. May's got 31 days. Today's the 5th day, and it's Cinco de Mayo. This is actually my second take because I thought Cinco de Mayo was a celebration of Independence Day, and that's not true. Independence Day in Mexico is actually September 16th, and Cinco de Mayo is a battle that they won against France. And I only want to speak the truth here, so I stand corrected. All right, Proverbs 5 from the New King James Version. My son, pay attention to my wisdom, lend your ear to my understanding, that you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable, you do not know them. Therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Verse 8. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one. Lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Verse 11. And if you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I've hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. Verse 13. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. 14. I was on the verge of total ruin in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Verse 15. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the streets. Verse 17. Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. 19. As a loving deer and a graceful doe, let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. For why should you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress? 21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. And the final verse from chapter 5 is 23. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. And the verse of the day that I pulled from my little box of promises is from Isaiah 58:11. Thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. Praise the Lord. I like that. I'll take that. I'll claim that. And I wish you a very great day. And tune in tomorrow for Proverbs 6. I love you.